All right, everyone, welcome back. It's Monday. Nice to be here with you all, practicing live. Hope you're all doing well. I hope you guys had a nice Super Bowl Sunday, whatever that looked like this year. I'm going back to a playlist on May 4th, and so if you would like to pull that up on my Spotify, it's an Urban Fit 5-4. You're welcome to join along. You can also listen to, of course, any music that you would like. And so like I was saying, always nice and to be on the mat and to share the energy. And I know we're all kind of practicing in this world of we can't see necessarily who we're practicing with. And, you know, I can tell that there's some people that are on here live. Sometimes we have people doing the digital live stream class in the hot rooms in the studio. So that's wonderful, and you can feel that. But anyways, I offer it up. Even if you're doing this class recorded like a lot of you do because it works with your schedule, it's still nice to feel, something that other people have gone through. Right? That's kind of a nice way to strike some support within ourselves when you know that somebody else has gone through something similar. And I guess what I would say when it comes down to our lives in particular is that even though a lot of times it seems like this is happening to you and only to you, there's a lot of relativity that I've found over the years when people start sharing, or if you're on a yoga retreat and people start opening up because there's space to do that. And even though, the exact situations and can look a little bit different, what we're holding on to and what we've experienced is all quite similar. And so, kind of another way to feel supported in whatever you may be going through and whatever you may be feeling today. So welcome to the mat. Let's get down into our child's pose to start, with your knees together, and take your bum back to your heels. And pull your elbows back a little bit, and so you create this little softening through the upper spine and the shoulders and the back of the neck as you let the head come down. So the forearms are creating a structure for that to happen. With your knees a little closer, you'll feel your belly. Even if you got a tiny little belly, you'll feel your belly resting on your thighs. And then therefore you're going to be able to feel the breath, the air, as it comes into your body, into your belly, push into your thighs. As you begin to bring more focus to your breath and how you're breathing and what your breath feels like, you'll notice in that your mind stops attaching or attaches less into the chaos of the day and what we were doing before we got onto our mats here. And feel the jaw release, relax around the eyes. And if your head is floating like mine, you can turn the chin a little bit side to side. You're fortunate in many ways, in one being here in Southern California. It's another beautiful day. And so I want to send that out and to everyone, everywhere. Let's come on up to tabletop, all fours. And set your hands and knees. And as you draw your awareness back to your breath, through your belly, open your chest and hold your cow pose. And feel the tops of your feet on the ground. Slide your pelvis back a little bit. And so notice that the shoulders are behind the wrists. As you're dropping the belly down, pushing the chest out, feeling your ribs flare. And pick up on any sensation that you're getting in your low back. Close your eyes and take 3 breath cycles here. And then through the end of your exhale, all we're going to do is soften our way back into a neutral spine, flat back. And then reset your hands, spread your fingertips, and step back into a high plank, high push-up. Right leg straight, left leg straight. If this is too much, you could always keep your knees on the ground. As you're in plank, feel your body turn on, lips sealed, and we'll breathe deeply in through the nose and out through the nose. You bring a little bit more weight forward into your toes. Notice how that draws the weight into your hands. And if you're feeling it a lot in your wrist, make sure you're clawing the mat with your fingertips and then pressing up out of the palms. And your shoulder blades are set nice and wide. Take a deeper breath in through your nose. And then notice how you lift the tail first. And then draw the inner thighs back, keeping the tailbone up. And you make your way into a downward facing dog. Gaze can settle down towards the middle of your mat or slightly further back towards your feet and your ankles or your shins. Okay, how you know where to put the gaze is keep your neck in line with the rest of your spine. So if I drop my head all the way down here, my neck is not in line and with the rest of my spine. And so as I draw the ears up, the neck comes in line with the spine. You'll notice that it feels lighter. In my case, the gaze is now in the middle of the mat versus looking back at the feet at all. And deepen your breath in your down dog. And on your next exhale, go ahead and bring your knees back down onto the ground. Okay? Untuck your toes and then separate your knees so that they're mat width distance apart. Take your bum, keep your hands out in front. And make it more of an active stretch. Fingertips crawling forward. And as you descend the hips back to the heels, and close to the forehead to the mat, the more you'll probably feel the flexion in the shoulders. Reflect on that and take a breath in through the nose and out. And keep your knees wide. Lift your chin. Take a breath in. And we're going to thread the needle. Right arm crosses the mat and behind your left armpit. Okay, but today, keep the chin square and then bring your forehead back down towards the ground. So a lot of times we'll turn and the head onto the right side. Today we're keeping the chin square and your nose or your forehead coming down onto the ground. And breathe as you press down into your left hand. And you should feel that horizontal space across your back in between your shoulder blades. Hover your chin back up, slide your right arm out, and then reach it forward. Thread the needle, left arm goes across the mat to the right. And we're going to keep the chin centered as you keep sliding that left hand out. Ooh, bring your chin and forehead down. You really feel this one. And training the brain, and so that as you experience sensation, as you get in touch and with the feelings in your body, there's almost a natural action and to breathe into it. And so we're lessening how and the mind will react into different situations. And you can stay honed in, focused, and centered, no matter what's going on around you. That's the idea. And so putting it into practice, one breath at a time, humble, or then lift your chin, and then bring your left arm back out and reach it forward. Come up to tabletop, knees back in underneath your hips, and reset your hand. Step your left foot back, step your right foot back, and come into a high plank. High push-up as you draw with your belly. Nice, neck in line with your spine. Practice that. Bring the weight forward into your toes, and then lift your tail, draw your inner thighs back. And downward facing dog. And so I know that's a much slower transition into down dog. We're not going to do that all day. Don't worry. I'd say my personal opinion, nothing more miserable than a yoga class where they're like, and we're going to move extra slow today, like throughout the whole thing. I mean, personally, I don't think we need that necessarily, but in small doses, opportunities, and then you can explore and when you want to move slower by deepening your breath. Big toes together, lift your heels up, and as you exhale, go ahead and walk your feet forward to the top of your mat. And so notice the key in that sentence, and when your breath dictates moving slower, and because you're lengthening it, that's when you move slower. And so everything comes through the breath. Let's inhale, lift halfway to move the body. And exhale, forward fold. Again, inhale to lift halfway, draw your chest forward. And then exhale, forward fold. One more time, inhale to lift halfway. And as you exhale, forward fold. Nice work. Inhale, rise, stand up, straight legs, arms up. Exhale, bring your hands into your heart center. We're going to stay standing. As you inhale, circle the arms up, so just in the shoulders. Exhale, hands back to your heart center. Again, inhale, circle the arms, reach up. Exhale, hands to your heart center. Nice. And then inhale, circle the arms up. We'll progress. Exhale, dive through your midline, draw your belly in. Inhale, lift halfway, chest out. And bend the knees, plant your palms, step back into a high plank. And straighten strong legs in your plank. And knit your ribs in. You feel more awareness in through your back and around your shoulders as you claw the mat with your fingers. And bring your knees down onto the ground. Untuck your toes, bring your chest down, elbows around your sides. Hips go flat, inhale, lift your heart, baby cobra. Feels good right here. Keep the tops of your feet grounding down. And as you draw your chest forward, elbows in, keep the neck long. And breathe. Feel the expansion of the breath through your waist. And all the while, a little contraction of the muscles around your low spine. If you're really holding the emotions in the sacrum, you will feel this. And softly bring your chest back down. Lift your tailbone first and then press back into a tabletop. Step back into a high plank, toes tucked. Nice draw with your belly, and root into your hands, and lift your tail, exhale into a down dog. Big toes together, inhale, heels up. Exhale, take 2 big steps to the top of your mat. Inhale to lift halfway, and exhale, forward fold. Inhale, stand, rise, and reach the arms up. Exhale, bring your hands into your heart center. Into your flow. Inhale, arms up, breath moves your body. Exhale, dive, forward fold, hands to the mat. Inhale to lift halfway. Bend the knees, plant the palms, step back into your high plank. You feel it all connected now. Legs in your upper body. Take an inhale. Exhale, bend your arms, lower halfway, and then push back up. Exhale, bend your arms, lower halfway, push back up. One more, bend your arms, lower halfway, push back up, lift your tail. And downward facing dog. Take an inhale. Exhale, right knee towards your chest. Hold it here. Feel your waistband draw, and from the connection through your back foot. Look between your thumbs. Big step, right foot can even hover, and then set it down. Soften your back knee to the ground. Hands to your right thigh. Untuck your back toes. And so you arrive. You're here. And connecting to your breath, that's the discipline. If the mind is moving and going elsewhere, it can. Observe it. Let it do whatever it wants to do. I could sit here and talk to you and still practice being in the breath right now. So we land, focus, eyes on one spot, 3 breaths in through the nose and out. And you notice as you're not stressing the shoulders at all. Okay, awakening to the back body. Take your gaze and hands down, back toes tuck. Lift the knee, kick your right leg back, and then we go right knee, right elbow. Kick your right leg back and go right knee to your left elbow. Again, kick back, right knee, right wrist. And kick back, right knee, left wrist. And kick back, and step through, step forward, both feet to the top. Inhale, lift halfway. Exhale, forward fold. And stand up, inhale, circle the arms, reach. Exhale, hands to your heart. We'll get it going. Inhale, arms up, gaze can lift. Exhale, dive, forward fold, hands to the mat. Inhale to lift halfway. Bend the knees, plant, step back into your high plank. And high push-up, and still drawing the awareness into your legs through the upper body. And lower the knees down. Bring your chest all the way to the ground. Untuck the toes, lift the heart, baby cobra pose. Less weight in the hands, and feel the ground underneath the tops of your feet. And toes are pointing actively. Breathe in through the crown of your head. Nice, and bring your chest down. Lift your tail first. Press up all fours. Plank pose, tuck your toes. Legs straight, breathe in. And exhale, lift your bum, downward facing dog. And take a breath into your body. Exhale, left knee into your chest. And feel it as you press the mat away through your palms. Get into your right leg. And feel your low belly squeeze the front of your spine. And as you gaze between your thumbs, step your left foot forward, hover it, and then set it down. Right knee to the ground, hands to your left thigh, untuck your toes. And go right to it. It'll drop you deep into your awareness. And feel what you're feeling through your body. And when you have that opportunity, it calls you naturally to deepen your breath and to slow down your exhale. Go for it. Any resistance that you're feeling in your hips and becoming more aware. And so that's the awakening. As you come to experience the sensations based on the poses, probably some scale of discomfort, but not necessarily painful. You can breathe into that. Right? You always hear me say that. And discomfort, breathe into it. Pain and slight modification and adjust. And bring your gaze and hands back to the mat. Tuck your back toes, lift the knee, kick your left leg back, and go left knee, left elbow. Inhale, kick back. Left knee, right elbow. Inhale back. Again, left knee, left wrist. Inhale back. Left knee, right wrist. Inhale back. Big step, left foot all the way through. Step your right foot to the top of the mat. Inhale to lift halfway. Exhale, forward fold. Here we rise. Inhale, reach up, feel some balance. Exhale, hands to your heart center and release your arms down by your sides. Okay, bend your legs, sweep the arms through, reach up, Utkatasana. Keep your legs bent, sweep your arms by your sides, chest to your knees. Humble, powerful pose right here. Reach your fingertips back. Okay, no need to lift the chin at all, forehead towards your knees, and keep bending your legs. And feel the power in your thighs, sweep the arms back through, reach up. And hands to your heart, left elbow outside your right thigh. Keep your gaze forward. I know we're always turning the gaze to the right. Keep the gaze forward like we did in our opening thread the needle for our shoulders. And legs stay strong. And then center, reach your arms up. Work through it, arms by your sides, chest to your knees. Feel the power in your legs. You could do it. Sweep the arms back up. Hands to your heart, right elbow outside your left thigh. And gaze stays out in front. And we're really drawing our focus into our thighs, our hamstrings, our glutes, and supporting this space and still lifting out of the waist. You got it? One more round. Reach your arms forward. Ooh, sweep your arms back, chest to your knees. Inhale, arms through, reach them up. And then stand, exhale, hands to your heart. Hello, thighs. Inhale, arms rise. Exhale, dive forward, fold, hands to the mat. Inhale to lift halfway. Plant the palms, step back into your high plank. And get it set, fingertips claw the mat, right knee to chest, step back, left knee to chest, step back, right knee in. Step back, left knee in. And keep going, let's start to jog. And then pick it up to a little trot. And take it back into your down dog. Lift your hips and feel that heat. Build the strength. Connect to your upper back body. Inhale. Full exhale. Gaze to your hands. Step your right foot in between. Lower your back knee down. Inhale your arms up. Okay, now twist. Hands together. Left elbow outside your right thigh. And keep the left elbow where it is. And then bring your hips forward. Take your gaze down. So look out over the top of your right foot. As you look down on the top of your right foot, press into the top of your back foot and lift your knee off the ground. I did not tuck the toes. I just pressed through the top of the foot. Okay, feel the thigh. And then soften your knee back down onto the ground. Unwind, inhale, reach your arms up. And as you exhale, bring your hands down by your right foot. And start to draw your hips back. Right hand to the bottom of your right foot. Left hand to the bottom of your right foot. And draw your chest forward, shoulders away from your ears. Okay, if you indulged in the adult beverage on the Super Bowl Sunday, you will feel it in your hamstring. And connect to a deep breath. Work through it. Know that every sensation, there is a correlated relation, and within your mind, a story, a past. right? Something in meaning. Come back, hands to the ground, lunge. Tuck your back toes, lift your left knee. Feel the strength in your back leg. Set your palms flat, kick your right leg back and up, three-legged dog. Exhale, right knee, right elbow. We're going high. Inhale, kick back. Exhale, right knee, left elbow. And then inhale, kick back. And exhale, step through, step forward, both feet to the top. Inhale to lift halfway. Exhale, forward fold. Let's take it up. Inhale, rise. Every time, feel it. Exhale, hands to your heart and going vertical. Inhale, arms up, stretch, lengthen, and lift. Exhale, dive, forward fold, hands to the mat. Inhale to lift halfway. Plant your palms, step back into your high plank. And feel your high plank draw with your belly. And exhale, lift your tail, downward facing dog. And breathe in through your nose. And breathe out through your nose. Connect to that strength in your upper back. A little bit of heat. Inhale, left leg up. Step your left foot all the way through. Soften your right knee down. Inhale, your arms up. And exhale, twist. Hands to your heart, right elbow outside your left thigh. And so we're practicing to lift, lengthen, and as you exhale, twist. It'll feel better. Look down, top of your left foot, and then move your hips forward. And feel how that almost starts to drag the top of your back foot. Press down through the top of your right foot and lift your knee off the ground. And see, you may notice you feel it differently into your thigh, into your hip flexors. Soften your right knee back down, square. Inhale, reach your arms up. Exhale, bring your hands, frame your left foot. Hips back, left toes lift, grab. And the bottom of your left foot with your left and then with your right hand. And draw your chest out in front. Slide your low belly in. Shoulders away from your ears. You got it. Breathe into the sensation. Ain't nothing wrong with deepening your breath. Regardless in what you see, fly by in the mind. Deepen the breath. And come forward back to your lunge. Hands to mat, tuck your back toes. Lift the knee, set your palms flat. Inhale, kick your left leg back and up. Exhale, left knee, left elbow. Inhale, kick back and up. It's open, knee to your right elbow. Inhale, kick back and up. Exhale, step through, step forward, both feet to the top. Inhale, lift halfway, a little wag in the tail. And exhale, bow, fold it in. Stand up, inhale, rise, and go vertical. Exhale, bring your hands to your heart center. Inhale, circle the arms up, 3 sun A's. Exhale, dive, forward fold. Inhale, lift halfway. Plant the palms, step back. First one, we'll go cobra, lower all the way down onto your belly. Untuck the toes, inhale, chest up, hips heavy. And then exhale, tuck the toes, press back, downward facing dog. And breath in through your nose. So cobra, your hips are down on the ground. In versus where we're going next, up dog, your hips are floating off the ground. Feel this. Inhale, big toes together. And exhale, 2 big steps to the top. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, forward fold. And we rise. Inhale, stand up, reach. Exhale, hands to your heart center. Inhale, sweep the arms up. Exhale, dive, forward fold. Inhale, lift halfway. Plant the palms, step back, bend your arms, lower halfway, and hold chaturanga for up dog, tops of the feet, hips hovering. And exhale, scoop the belly, lift the tail, and downward facing dog. Always follow it up with a nice deep inhale. And there's a nice face in conflict, or you say, opportunity, and to meet the conflict and the resistance. And when you draw back into your down dog and then take that first inhalation, big toes together, heels up, and exhale, 2 big steps to the top. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, rise, arms up. Exhale, bring your hands to your heart center. Inhale, arms up. You can gaze up. Exhale, bow, forward fold. Inhale to lift halfway. Plant the hands, step back, bend the arms, lower halfway, chaturanga. Tops of the feet, inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale, lead with your tail. And downward facing dog. Take a nice big inhale. There it is. And draw your awareness to your core as you exhale. And breathe in, lift your right leg high to the sky. Exhale, knee to nose, step your right foot all the way through. Notice your left leg is straight first. Sweep your arms back. Sweep your arms up, crescent warrior. Hands behind your head, put a bend to your left knee, and then twist to the right. And draw your elbows away from each other. Press your head back into your hands. Keep that left knee bent and so your belly can draw in. Right? Slowly come back to square, reach your arms up, and kick through that back heel. Pivot your back heel down now, warrior two. Warrior two, lunge as you lift your heart, keep your chest proud. And right arm stays straight and bring it down inside your right shin. Left arm goes up, and so we're in a bent leg in triangle pose. And draw your tailbone in, recruiting your upper back. Press through your left heel. Inhale, rise and reverse your warrior. Exhale, come on back. Right arm down inside the shin. Let's go. Inhale, rise and reverse. And exhale, bring it back. Right arm down inside the shin. One more. Inhale, rise and reverse. Exhale, right arm down inside. Now check this out. Gaze and left hand to the mat. Pivot your back heel flat, reach your right arm forward, and then up into the twist. It's going to keep this right knee drawn close into the chest. Take your right hand onto your right thigh. Right? Use that. And so you're feeling the chest and the low back space. Keep your right hand on your right thigh. Take your gaze down. Bend your left knee. Step your left foot to the top. Inhale, both hands to the mat. And exhale, bend your legs, sweep your arms back, humble Utkatasana. Arms reaching back. Okay, you'll feel that right leg a little bit more than your left leg. Let's use it. Inhale, rise, arms up. Put all the weight into your right foot, lift your left knee. Hands to your heart center. Play with me, take an inhale. Exhale, kick your left leg back and set your chest proud, toppling tree. Your right leg should feel like a strong foundation. Tuck your left knee behind your right knee, squat. And then kick your left leg back, reach your chest forward. Two more, left knee behind your right leg, squat. And then kick back, pull your chest forward. One more, get all you can, squat. And then kick back, pull your chest forward. Use the upper back, stand tall, arms by your sides. Inhale, arms up, big toes touch. Exhale, dive through your midline, forward fold. Inhale to lift halfway. Plant the palms, 2 big steps back into your high plank. And then lower halfway down, chaturanga. Tops of the feet, inhale, upward facing dog. Space in the back, exhale. Lift your hips, downward facing dog. There it is, that deep breath. Right? Once you get it, it's going to restore you and to proceed with your sequence, which is much clarity and connection as possible, even when you start to get a little tired. Right foot down, inhale, left leg way up there. Exhale, big step, left foot all the way through. Okay, notice your right leg, make it straight first. Sweep your arms back by your sides, no rush. Sweep the arms over your head. Right leg is still straight. We're feeling the upper back. Place the hands behind the head. And now you can bend your right knee. And stability, ground your front heel. Twist to the left. Head into your hands. Elbows drawing away from each other. And come back to center. Reach your arms up. And straighten your right leg once again. Kick through that heel, pivot it down. Warrior two. Great posture, warrior two. External rotation of the hips. All right, just make sure if you do too much warrior two and you're locking it up and through your glutes and your piriformis, that's too much. Work your thighs, connect to the balls of the feet, and take this straight left arm down inside the shin. Right arm up. I'm tugging the back of the heart up and drawing the tailbone in at the same time. And feel to that back heel. Keep it real. Inhale, rise and reverse your warrior two. Exhale, left arm straight down inside the shin. Again, inhale, rise and reverse. And exhale, bring it back, triangle. One more, inhale, rise and reverse. Beauty, exhale, left arm down, right arm up. You got it, draw with your breath. And bring your gaze and right hand to the top of the mat. Pivot your back heel high, reach your left arm forward, and then circle it up. And it's going to keep your left knee close into your chest. Use your left quad. Feel the ball of the foot. Left hand comes down onto your left thigh and look forward. And take a breath in. Notice you're using that leg. Connect, bend your right knee, float step to the top. Inhale, both hands down to the ground. And exhale, bend your legs, reach your arms back in space, humble Utkatasana. Notice now you're creating a density into the foundation through your left leg. That muscle is working. Inhale, we rise, arms up, lift your right knee in front. And you should feel pretty light in through that hip crease. And stay in tune, in touch with your belly and your back, hands to your heart center. And kick your right leg straight back, toppling tree. Hinge as you draw your heart center forward. Right knee comes behind your left knee. Bend the standing leg, squat. It's good to feel it. Kick your right leg back, pull your chest forward, reset. Right knee behind left leg, squat. And kick back, draw your chest forward. We got it, one more. Knee behind the leg, squat. Work it out, kick back, chest forward. And then stand up, feet together, arms by your sides. And draw to your center, inhale, arms up. Ooh, feel those legs, exhale, dive, forward fold. Inhale to lift halfway. Plant the palm, step back into your high plank. In front of your hips, you should feel them. Top of your thighs, bend your arms, lower halfway. And tops of the feet in upward facing dog. And exhale, scoop the belly, lift your tail. And you find your down dog, take your deeper breath in. And feel that charge and connection into the prana, the energy that you are drawing through the system of your body in real time. If your knees went down onto the ground, lift your knees back up. And downward dog, more weight into the heels. Less weight into your toes. On your exhale, come down onto both knees and start to sit back towards your heels. Walk your hands back, kick your right leg out in front of you. And with your right leg straight, kick through the heel. Inhale, lift your chest proud. And as you exhale, crawl your hands forward and keep lifting your heart. Humble your chin. And feel this stretch as you lift the heart center, yet press down into the back of your right heel. Take your left hand, grab for the outside of your right foot. Use your right hand beside your hip, push off your left shin, come forward. Okay, your left hand is tucked under the outside edge of your right foot. Right hand sets down, lift your left knee, keep the top of the foot on the ground. Got it? So far, so good. Slide your gaze forward, move your right hand, and then you float your back leg. As you float your back leg and slowly start to balance on your right and reach your right arm up towards the sky. And heart comes forward and the gaze can turn out any amount. And bring your right hand back down to the ground. Slide your left hand out and bring it to the mat. You are standing on it. Take an inhale. Left knee into your chest. Draw the lift through your right inner thigh. Press down into your right foot. Reach your arms back by your sides. Level your spine. Pull your heart forward and then stand all the way up. Yes, perhaps we weren't doing that 6 months ago. Reach your arms higher. And step your left foot down, interlace your fingers, release the index. And feel the weight out of your right heel and then put it back. Turn your elbows in, stretch tall. And as you exhale, side bend to the left. And connect breath to sensation in your body where you're feeling it. Keep your right foot rooting down. As you inhale, come back to center. Left arm wraps under your right arm, eagle arms. Bend your legs, put the weight into that right foot, and cross your left leg over top. You might get deeper and sealed further into the center in this eagle pose, and then you've been in some time. Hey, notice, and when you're active, right, your action is clear based on your breath. You're not simply reacting into the instruction or to the posture. You're the one moving the direction and through your body in this flow. And with your inhale, rise, lift your left knee up in front. And exhale, step down, feet together, arms by your sides. Inhale, arms up. Exhale, dive, forward fold. Inhale to lift halfway. Right leg should feel a little different. Step your left and right foot back. Come into a high plank. Hover your right toes 6 inches off the ground. Curl the heel into your bum. Roll to the outside edge of your left foot. Step your right foot behind. Right, so really my hips are facing the side of the mat, and then I can just sweep the right arm over. Right? If I start to roll the hips up towards the sky, now I jeopardize over rotating in the bottom shoulder. And so this is a rock star pose. And breathe in through your nose. Could be light. Lift your gaze up. Wonderful. Gaze down, right hand to the mat, and pivot square into your dog. Hips high. Take a breath in. And as you exhale, come down onto your knees, please. It all started back. Sit on your heels. And you lean to the right. Kick your left leg out in front. And ground into your right shin. Flex your left ankle. And crawl your hands forward. Keep the head up. Lift your heart in space. You should feel it moment to moment. You could be building this incredible practice of breath awareness and linking these long breaths. And then if you advance a posture, you get to a point you're like, ooh, that really started to take the breath away. And now you got exactly what you're looking for. Right hand outside your left foot. And simply notice the connection hand to foot changes the sensation. Left hand by your hip, push off of your right shin, come forward. And so your right fingertips are tucked underneath your left foot. Okay, where we started. And stay with your ground. Top of your right foot down, lift the knee up. And so that top of the foot action is going to give you the ability to draw from the upper inner thigh through the belly into the back as you take your left hand forward. Slide the top of your right foot. Use the right muscles. And then you're floating your leg. As you find the awareness and balance, left hand to your left hip, or possibly left arm all the way up to the sky. Wonderful. Bring your gaze and left hand down and slide your right fingertips out. Great. Feel your left leg standing. Draw your right knee into your chest. And so we are working, not gripping the toes, ball of your foot, inner thigh, and then float your arms back by your sides. Chest forward, great job. Rise up. Ooh, that's a wobbly one. Lift your knee up in front. Sweet. Take your arms over your head to extend and bring your right foot down, big toes together. Interlace the fingers, release the index, and the left leg ought to feel different. And breathe in, stretch tall. Exhale, side bend to the right. If you breathe, you will receive exactly in time, with which you can explore balance, recognize a further degree of awareness mentally in what you're doing while you're doing it. And eventually, little by little, and the reactionary mode falls off, and the clear action stays in tune. It feels great. Inhale up to center. Right arm under your left arm, eagle arms, wrap. And bend your legs, sit down. And then cross your right leg over your left thigh. And feel it. A really strong, tight squeeze to your midline. Keep your shoulders stacked. Wonderful. Root and foundation through your left leg. Rise up, lift your right knee, and step down, arms by your side. Circle the arms. Inhale, reach up. Exhale, take a bow, forward fold. Inhale to lift halfway. Plant the hands, step back into your high plank. And when you get to your plank, hover your left toes this time. Curl the heel into your bum. Roll to the outer edge of your right foot, straight and strong. Step your left toes behind. Onto the floor. Easy enough, sweep your left arm over. And the outer edge of your right foot is keeping you from dipping the hips. And then your left foot is there, opening up the top of the thigh. And if you like, gaze up. We've changed nothing in through the bottom arm and the shoulder. Remember, that's all about the pelvis. Take your gaze and left hand back to the mat. Pivot square and down dog. Lift your bum. And wrap the elbows in. Feel the shoulder blades wide. And you can exhale. Let all the air come out of your body. And softly come down onto your knees. And crawl your knees forward towards your hands. And then sit directly back onto your heels, hands on your thighs, face down. And with your palms on your thighs, and notice that which is radiating from your legs. You remember like a radiator, heater? And feel that energy from your thighs into your palms. And relax the muscles on your face. If your heart is a beaten, slow down your exhale. And at the end of your next breath, open your eyes. And bring your hands down onto the ground. Press through the tops of your feet. Roll over your toes. And come into a forward fold. As you forward fold, feet together. Your hands support you. Lift your heels up. Take your right fingertips behind your right heel. And then set it down. So my forearm is on the back of the calf muscle. And then left fingertips behind your left heel. And now from here, and we're turning the elbows in. And draw your chest down. Squeeze the arms into the legs. And then start to straighten the legs any amount. Put a little bend back to your knees. Take your right hand out. Lots of stepping on these hands today. And then bring your left hand out. Let your legs go straight. Lift halfway. And draw with your belly. Reach your arms forward. You can do it. L pose. And then tailbone down. Scoop the belly in as you rise and come all the way up. Hands to your heart center. All the way into your right foot. Inhale. Lift your left knee in front. And exhale. Kick your left leg back. Reach your arms forward. Warrior 3. As you inhale, rise, hands to your heart, feet together. Wonderful. Put all the weight into your left foot. Right? Notice this isn't as intense. You're not getting a strong reaction like you used to. And stay grounded. Draw through your center. Lift your right knee up. Right? You're progressing and you're expanding your center. Kick your right leg back and reach your arms forward in Warrior 3. Slowly rise, lift the heart. Hands together in front of your chest. Feel your feet and root down. Arms by your sides. 3 shoulder shrugs, everybody. Inhale, lift your shoulders to your ears. And exhale, roll them down your back. 2 more. Inhale, roll the shoulders up. And exhale, down your back. 1 more. Inhale up. And exhale, roll them down. Palms together in front of your heart. Lift both heels. And feel your lower leg, calf muscles work. Turn your knees together and start to bend your legs slowly. Lower for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Bum to your heels. Feel your low back open up. Spread your knees apart. And keep your hips and heels back. Reach your arms out in front. And then lightly ground the fingertips. Let your chin come into your chest. Head heavy if you're holding on into any of the tension across the neck and the shoulders. At the end of your next breath, lift your chin, turn your knees in, and let them come down onto the ground. Toes remain tucked. Sit back onto your ankles with your toes tucked, and you can rest your hands on the back of your ankles over your heels. If you're getting a lot of sensation through the feet, to the legs, soften the chin, close your eyes, breathe through it. Breathe through it and keep a hold of your left ankle with your left hand. Inhale your right arm up and exhale, bring your right hand down onto the ground. Okay, you're going to pick up your left knee and then roll the hip open towards the ceiling. Nice. Draw with your breath, gaze down, and then bring your left knee back to the ground. And toes tucked. And sit back, right hand to your right ankle. Inhale, reach your left arm up. And exhale, bring your gaze and left hand onto the mat. Okay, use your core. Okay, it looks easy, more challenging than it looks. Open your right hip. And so what is it doing? It's drawing you through your mental and seeing where you're at with your mind. And slowly gaze and right knee back down. Wonderful. Sit back onto your heels. Toes are still tucked. Hands onto your ankles. Spread your knees a little bit and then roll your hips through. And flip your fingertips into the heels of your feet. And then draw through the back of your heart. Yes, open up all of that. And foundation from your thighs. Breathe for 5, 4, 3, 2, chin to chest, hands to hips. Untuck your toes. And that's a lot of feeling in your feet. And come down, sit onto your heels. Keep your chest proud, gaze out in front. Awesome. Come forward onto your hands. Step back into a high plank. And lift your bum down dog. Transition for pigeon. Inhale, lift your left leg up. Exhale, left knee outside your left wrist. Turn your shin on an angle or all the way parallel to the top of your mat. With square hips, and so draw your right hip forward. And tailbone down, heart up. Inhale. And exhale, you can stay or come forward onto your elbows or down onto your chest. And feel as you breathe, you can move a little more intention and through your pelvis. You can ground through your front shin. You can draw from the top of your back foot and slide your pelvis into it a little bit deeper. But coordinate and connect. When you learn to coordinate in the breath and the movement of your body, and you say that you're going to create a little bit more space through the exhale, that's when you're going to further your understanding of the edge. And just making sure my mic was still working. Go ahead and come back to your hands. And we'll press back into a downward facing dog. And feel your left leg. Great job. Take an inhale. And then your right leg, right knee to your right wrist. And single pigeon. Rolling the shin down. And bringing the heel forward. And working your hips relatively square. And so there's a considerable amount of work into ground the legs here first. You may stay on your hands or with your exhale, come forward and down onto your elbows. And then play with it as you're breathing, exhaling through the pelvis. Understand you might be able to get yourself into a deeper state. A little shift in tailbone to the left or to the right, or drawing your tailbone in a little bit more. So you can play an active role in the direction that you're going with your breath through your body. And there's a lot that can come from the understanding in your mind that you are playing an active role. This is not necessarily a passive wait and see experience. And there's moments when we get into stillness and when we open ourselves into retreat, to absorb. But most parts in working through your flow, connecting to your breath, and showing your mind the active participant as you move the body around on the mat. And start to make your way back up to your hands. And tuck the toes, step back into your down dog, feeling your right leg. Nice job, legs. Bring your knees back down onto the ground. The legs did some good work today. It's okay to feel them heavy here. Swing your feet out to the right, and then bring both of your legs out in front of you. The legs go straight. Remove the flesh of your bum so you're grounding. So reach under, pull out the flesh of your bum. Inhale, both arms up. And peace fingers, come forward, hook your big toes. Peace fingers around your big toes. Lift up, take as much of the roundedness out of your spine as you can. Okay, so if the hamstrings are really tight, then put a bend to your knees and see how you can get a flat back. And then keep the flat back, draw the belly in as you work to straighten the legs. Slide your chest forward, and then you can start to bring yourself down. Notice the head is the last thing to turn down. You can certainly turn the elbows out. You'll You'll feel the bottom of your rhomboid muscles here. As you inhale, slowly rise back up through center. And exhale, release your toes. Keep your left leg straight. Step your right foot outside your left thigh. And so your right foot is flat as you can get it. Right hand behind you. Inhale, reach your left arm up. And exhale, seated twist. Left elbow outside your right thigh. On your inhale, come back to center, please. And switch your legs, right leg in front. Step your left foot outside your right thigh. Left hand behind your spine. Inhale, reach your right arm up. Exhale, seated twist, right elbow outside your left thigh. Most importantly, feel your breath. Every step along the way. You can't get bored feeling your breath. You can't lose track feeling your breath. Come back to center. It's the best way to go. And release both legs straight. Slide your bum forward and lie down onto your backs, please. As you lie down, soles of your feet together. Let your knees fall apart. You can exhale as you ground. And let your back body, your shoulders, and your spine feel weighted. And at the same time, let the dependency down in the strength of the legs release. And they no longer have to hold you up here. And slowly turn your knees back up. And keep your hips heavy. Draw your knees into your chest. And give yourself a light squeeze or a deep squeeze. Totally up to you. And then release your head down. Release your legs long. And let's let our bodies go completely. And with your arms by your sides, palms face up. It's a beautiful practice, everyone. And thank you so much for dropping into it with me and with each other. And thanks so much for reaching out and for letting us know that you're practicing and for sharing the practice, sending this out to anybody that you think might be interested, or even if they're not interested, tell them to give it 10 minutes and see how they feel. You have a beautiful rest of the day. We'll see you tomorrow. Take care of yourselves. Drink water, please. Namaste.